Hello Aries, welcome to your general reading for June 2025. If you just found my channel, welcome and thank you for being here.
Okay, bottom of the deck, discovery. Is this information you have uncovered that you're like, what do I do with that? Happy success. Okay, let's put these on the table. We have the Sun, the thinking woman, woman holding a heart. What awaits you, Aries, I feel, or whoever this is speaking to, what awaits you has the promise, holds the promise of something bigger. It holds the promise of like wiping the slate clean, a fresh start. And I feel like this is indicating someone is carefully evaluating maybe how the impact of something, and maybe it's something that could grow bigger or something that feels like it is the beginning or the budding of something, and it could be a relationship, how that could turn out if. And I'm saying it that way because I feel like the goal here is the new beginning, the happiness, the joy. This is about great creativity as well, blessings, the culmination of an idea that you have. And maybe this has been sort of a long time in the making, and so you might be kind of chomping at the bit for this. If this is someone evaluating, like a head over heart decision, that I can see that way. It could also be an evaluation of two people. To take it even further, it could be an air sign and a water sign. Doesn't have to be, but that did come to me. I want to get one more card because I want to take a look at what needs to be addressed. That has to be part of this, and maybe it is just simply the choice. Oh, okay. We have woman holding a coin. Interesting. And the garden and the gate. Yes, this could be three people, three influences. This could be an idea. I feel like the decision at hand is really requiring somebody step out of their comfort zone, if you will. The garden and the gate speaks to prosperity, but keeping oneself safe in the confines of what's familiar and comfortable. You got to exit the comfort zone, or someone does. Now, if someone has gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle, I could see that. I want to show you the bottom of the deck. So a creative endeavor, to me, it's screaming, what's a creative solution to this? Anxiety, the door to personal healing and happiness. And remember, you're in front of a door that doesn't have a knob on it. So you may wonder, how do I cross into that threshold? And it could be that there's some obstacles. Well, if the door references are crazy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Being pulled in a few directions, but really feeling compelled or called to go through that door, and that one is open. So something must be released. Navigating something very difficult, and Spirit is saying you have to go through this. You can't circumvent it. You have to pay attention to it. Community. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's look at your choices, Aries. What is the best choice at hand for Aries? That's the way I want to put it. What is the best choice for Aries? What should they consider? Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. This could have something to do with a creative endeavor. Moon Maiden, new beginnings, opportunity, caterpillar. What should Aries consider? Okay, the decision itself. Preparations coming to fruition. We have 41, 42, interesting. Straddling worlds, wandering between realms. This is indecision, I feel. This is, well, it could turn out this way. I could do that. There is something that will happen exactly when it needs to, and it opens the door to whatever this new beginning is. And I feel like part of putting yourself right place, right time, if you will, is setting your intentions, having the right frame of mind and the right intentions with whatever this is. And I feel like there is a sense of having, just your big toe in the past and everything, including, your hopes, your dreams, your free will, and maybe what's driving you all in the future. And I feel like it is the final letting go. I just saw a number synchronicity that for me means an exit. So let's see. Now, again, it's not about escaping. It's about, figuring things out. Balancing act could be an overwhelming feeling. You might have a lot going on. For some of you, every sense of you is engaged in this. Every part of you, what you've devised, what you feel, the money to do it. And then there's the, the opportunity, which is the gate or the doorway just flinging open. Okay, so let's get out the tarot. We're going to look at how this is going to play out, and we're going to look at what's influencing it. So, Aries, what do you need to know about how this will unfold? This could be your energy. You might be saying, I just got to do this. I need the confidence, the charisma, the strength to just go for it. Now, if this mindset is important for how whatever you do will be received, it could be. I'm not feeling like this is putting on an air. I don't. I think that this is overcoming what you perceive as an obstacle. So let's see what we've got here. How is this going to play out for Aries spirit? What do they need to know? I heard three more. A lot of threes. Okay, King of Swords and third card. Is that, yep, third card. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. I heard a message with this. Deep down, you know what could work and what won't work. There's some wisdom showing up here with the Hermit energy, Virgo energy. Okay, let's put these all out. Five of Cups, Knight of Wands reverse, the Moon in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Sun. We're definitely going to clarify a couple of these energies, but it feels like maybe a rash decision or impulsive response didn't land you where you wanted to be. And I'm getting that it's around your intentions and how things were perceived. And I feel like either something is becoming obvious, moon reverse, or what is necessary for you to make it to the other side of whatever this choice is, or whatever the exit is maybe, is a different strategy, a different plan, and you have to kind of rethink what you're doing. I'm kind of getting with the moon in reverse, like the jig is up. I heard that. Secret's out. I need to course correct. Now again, you could be a bystander here looking at someone's path and what decision they're going to make. And I feel like ultimately what's driving this is the desire for this, sun energy. And while, there is a lot of similarity in these two energies, to me it feels like something comes to light, something becomes clear, obvious, discovery, right? Okay, so look at the lantern. You have the answer to this, and Spirit is saying, dig into that, tap into that. Okay, so let's take a look at the clarifying deck. What brings you to this place? I think you're really disappointed in something. You could be disappointed in another person, or just feeling like, oh, this is so frustrating. 5 of Cups, what is that? The 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups. I want one more for the 5 of Cups to include if this involves other people. Okay, wow, there's a lot of cards here. The Tower, the 8 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Something I feel stands in the way of you and what you want. And, whether this is a stuck energy or you just want to run from it, because I do get that. This Tower is, maybe a solution that comes to you, or something that you begin to realize about your choices and what you can do. And maybe it is simply just leave it behind. Walk away from whatever it is. This is my emotional reset energy. I think you've spent enough time in whatever this is. We have 2 8s and 3, if you count all 3. It feels like you're nearing the end of, whatever this is. And if this is something stands in the way of you and your money, it could be. I feel like, again, something might have kind of fallen flat, or maybe you made a rash decision and you're like, okay, I've just got to pick up the pieces of this and regroup, because the way I'm going about it maybe isn't going to work. Or I need the right support system in place. Let's keep going. What is the Knight of Wands in reverse? Oh, the 8 of Cups. Okay. It could be a person. It could be a situation that felt, okay, I'm hearing made you feel out of control, which I can glean from that for sure, depending on, the other cards. We have the Death energy, the 4 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. You might be thinking something has taken forever. You haven't received what you've needed. Maybe it's on the way. Maybe something is about to change. Maybe the minute you said, okay, I can release this or release myself from this, then boom, you have a doorknob. You can hold on to it, turn it, open it, walk through it, and maybe close it behind you. What's coming to light? Moon reverse. Okay, gosh, there's so many here. Jeez. All right, the Chariot, 7 of Wands, Lovers, 2 of Wands. Now, this could be a relationship. There can be the desire to do something. And by do something, I mean this is a really big choice that takes you in a totally different direction. If what you have begun to realize is that you're fighting for something or against something that doesn't align with you, that's part of your decision. Your cards are so active. Okay. So yeah, 8 of Wands, there's the 4th 8. Let's take a look at the 8 of Pentacles. So maybe you shift gears, you put your energy and attention into something else, maybe something that is financially setting you up for the future. Yeah, maybe a new job. King of Pentacles, ultra stability, and maybe that's what you're after. What I'm curious about, though, is what didn't work. I almost want to look at that. Spirit, what didn't work that Aries needs to shift out of or get away from? If it's a situation that's not aligned with you, it never will perhaps, and you need to know that. Is that the epiphany you're having? Okay. What does Aries need to be made aware of? What didn't work? The Nine of Cups. Well, in this deck, don't be offended, it reads laziness. Good things come to those who put in the effort, for sure. And, you know, it feels to me like if there is, I don't know, this can be a little bit of, what can you do for me? Bring me, you know, what makes me happy. Now, if that's not someone's mindset, I feel like this is, okay, my strategy now is I have to do something and it's up to me. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the Moon. Whatever is hidden, I feel like it could be part of a bigger story between you and others, because I'm looking at all of these people. And it could speak to the intentions of others and what you need to trust, inner voice. And it came out kind of sideways. And there's the abundance energy. What don't you know? What do you need to trust? What avenue or path is going to get you to what you need? Oh my gosh, I don't even want to say this out loud. Okay. My mom used to say that her father-in-law, my dad's dad, was a frustrated, you know, millionaire wannabe. And at least he tried. And I don't know why the story's coming up. That is purely my opinion. He tried. He tried. He had business ideas and they, you know, they prospered for a little bit and then they didn't. Or he decided, well, okay, I guess that's a dud. He tried. Now, to me, the strategy here is, do I have to move into another line of work? Am I finding myself in this incredible amount of debt? I mean, it could be so many things, but I feel like the strategy that's coming through, or what you need to think about, is maybe something you haven't considered or somebody hasn't considered. So this is okay. Now this, honestly, I'm picking up a really interesting energy of a married couple who sinks deeper and deeper into debt. And whether, you know, one spouse or the other feels like it's the other's responsibility to maintain a certain lifestyle, or there's something that needs regrouping here, like we can't keep doing this. You know, our hard work and effort will pay off, but we have to do something about it. That is a big story that's coming through for me. And that's a really common story, unfortunately. So let's look at the strategy to ultimately bring this situation to a close. What is the strategy? I'm going to clarify these cards with the wisdom of the oracle. What is the strategy? Well, there's the exit. Time to go. Okay, there's something getting my attention here. Higher power, which is in part the use of our intuition, understanding also that spirit is helping guide this. This feels very spiritual to me. Happy, serendipity, deep knowing. And then we have this one getting my attention, not for you. Now, it could be a path that you thought would pan out, or a job that you thought might really flourish. And now you're kind of stuck in this, I don't know, contract, debt, opinions of other people. There could be a lot going on here, but I want to now revisit the tarot. What awaits you, Aries? And that could just be an opportunity, a bright idea, collaboration with someone. Okay, well, consider, you know, the exit, perhaps the road to something else. I almost wish this had come out in reverse, but it feels to me like you have to kind of go there to the depths of that. And maybe this is, I need to alleviate what's going on to stop the bleeding so I can move on. And maybe there's, and then through your hard work and effort, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So ultimately, you let it go, you accept a loss in order to work towards something else. Now, again, because your situations are different, there's no detail I can give you, but I want to show you the outcome of if you go there, if you allow this to just naturally fall away, what's going to happen? Conclusions are within reach. What do you need to release? The letting go. I mean, those barking, unruly dogs pulling you in whatever direction. The solution is going to become clearer to you. Any other insights about the conclusion? Contact someone you trust. Ooh, wise counsel. Help. You can trust this. Wow. Bottom of the deck, important conversation. Okay. Spirit doesn't want me to over-explain this, and I always feel that I don't want to take the place of your intuition. Your inner voice is telling you something, Aries. Really think about this. And it's okay to say, Three of Pentacles, I need help with this. I need the creative solution to present itself, and I'm willing to do what it takes to get there. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found this helpful, Aries. Kind of a complicated situation, but you will find the way through it. All right, take good care. I'll see you in the next video.